Okay, boys and girls, we are on page 534. 534. 534. If you're not there, what do? That's right, you have to pause your video and go there. I'm going to make it a little closer here. Let's see if we can get it a little bigger. Oh, yeah, I can make it bigger. There, that's good. How's that? Oh, that's fine. Okay, here we go. Number 3. We started this review and test. Well, we're not taking a test because we're helping each other with the answers. We started this review in class today, so let's get on with it then. Number 3. Does the group of coins have a total value of 60 cents? Okay, so we're going to read this and see if it's 60 cents. If it is, we're going to put yes, and if it isn't, we're going to mark no. 2 quarters and 1 dime. You should be able to do this without drawing the picture. If you have to draw, you can draw it here, but just think. You should know what 2 quarters is. What's 2 quarters? Do you remember? What's 1 quarter? 25. So what's 2 quarters? Okay. You know what? Try doing these by yourself. Okay. See if you can answer yes or no. If you have to, if there's a lot of coins, you can write over here. See if you can do it without writing those. See if you can do it without drawing pictures. Okay. See if you can do it without drawing pictures. Some of you don't have to draw pictures. You certainly don't want to draw pictures of 20 pennies, do you? No, think of a different way to do it so you don't have to draw 20 pennies. Even 6 pennies. You don't have to draw 6 pennies. You just have to count on 6, right? But try this one by yourself. You working on it? Okay, if you're not done, pause it and then check with us. Okay? Okay, everybody should be done now because you paused it if you weren't done. Here we go. 2 quarters, 1 dime. 2 quarters, what's 2 quarters? 50, right? 25, 50. That's 2 quarters. 25 50 son 2 quarters, right? So you got 50 cents and then a dime. A dime is 10 cents. 50, what comes after 50? Counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And that's what we want. So this is a yes. This is 60 cents. Okay, 1 quarter, 2 dimes, and 3 nickels. Well, you might remember that 2 dimes and a nickel, 2 dimes and a nickel is a quarter, right? So if we take 1 nickel and the 2 dimes and make another quarter, how many nickels are left? We take away 1 nickel, we'll have 2 nickels left, right? So this is the same as a quarter, another quarter we're going to make, and 2 nickels. Well, 2 quarters is 50, and 2 nickels, 55, 60. That's one way you can think of it, right? How about this? A quarter is 25. 2 dimes, 35, 45. 3 nickels, 45, 50, 55, 60. This was another yes, right? So there's a lot of ways you can do this. You could draw a picture and count all those coins. Or you can say a quarter is 25. Then you're going to do dimes or tens. 25. 35, 45. And then you do 3 nickels. 45, 50, 55, 60. Right? The other way I said is 2 dimes and 1 nickel is like a quarter. Right? So that's like 2 quarters and 2 nickels left. 2 quarters is 50 and 2 nickels, 55, 60. Okay, 5 dimes, 1 nickel, 6 pennies. What's 5 dimes? 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents. And a nickel? 55. And 6 pennies, 55. You ready? 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Oops, 61. This is not 60, it's 61. If you wanted to buy something for 60 cents, well, then you could use this. You just don't need one of the pennies, right? 4 nickels, 20 pennies. What's 4 nickels? Nickels are fives. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 and 20. What's 20 and 20? What's 2 and 2? 4. So 20 and 20 is 40. We don't want it. That's 40. How about if they said 4 dimes? 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30, 40. What's 40 and 20? That's 60. 4 and 2 is 6. If they had said dimes, it would be yes, but they said nickels, so the answer is no. Okay? Okay, I want you to read this and put yes or no here. Okay? Read it and put yes or no. Ready? Okay, let's read. Tess gave Raul these coins. Tess says she gave Raul $1. Is Tess correct? Is she telling the truth? Is this $1? Look, what are these? 2 quarters and a dime. Hey, we just did that up here. What's 2 quarters and a dime? 60 cents. That's not $1. Isn't $1 4 quarters? We only got 2 quarters and then a dime. That's not 4 quarters. So the answer is no, she did not give him dime. She, what's this word? Do you know this word? Do you know that word? Some of you are saying it only. She only gave. Now, Raul's a boy's name. I could put Raul, or I could put she only gave him. Him is the same as a boy or a man. Him. She only gave him 60 cents. Period. She only gave him 60 cents. She's trying to cheat Raul. Cheater, Tess. Cheater. Glad we don't have anybody in our class named Tess. Or they'd be mad at me for calling her a cheater. Okay, here we go. Do number 5 by yourself. You should be able to do that, right? Right? Pretty easy, right? Come on, guys, you can do that. Write the time that is shown on this clock. Which hand goes first? The little one. The little one only makes it to the circle. That's the little one. This one crossed the circle. It's the big one. The little one is 8. The big one is not 1. You got to count those little lines. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you could go 0, 5. Counting by 5s, it's a 5. But we can't just put a 5. We have to put a 0, 5 because we always want 2 numbers. 805. We say O, but it's not an O, it's a 0. 805. But they don't say 805. What time is it? 805. No, we say it's 805. We say it's 8. It sounds so fast, you can't tell they're saying O. 805. But they're saying 805 because a 0 looks like an O and it ends in O. What time is shown on the clock? Fill in the bubble next to all the ways to write or say the time. Okay, you can do that one by yourself too. But remember, it says all the ways. That means there might be more than one answer when they say that. And usually there is more than one when they say that. Okay, which hand first? Little hand. 4. It's not at the 5. And the big hand's over here. A lot of you already know that. You know that this is 30, so this must be 35. So you already found one right there, right? Is this another way to write 435? No. Okay, what do you think this person did? Why did they put 720? Because if you did the big hand first, you'd think that was 7, and the little hand, you'd say 5, 10, 15, 20. But that's backwards. You got to do the little hand, not the big hand, the little hand. Don't get your hands mixed up, or you might think that's 7:20. Kids get the hands mixed up. How about this one? 35 minutes after 4. Well, 4 was here. 35 minutes is there. Yes, this is another way to say it. You can say 4:35, or you can say 35 minutes after 4. Or you could even say 35 minutes past 4. They say past also. Here's past. 4:15. Is that a 4:15? No, a 4:15 is a quarter of the way. Here's a 4:15. We don't want that one. 4:15, this is the same as 4:15. We don't want 4:15, we want 4:35. So just those two, right? Okay, over here, number 7. See if you can do that one by yourself, okay? Good, see if you can count that. Now, by the way, there is another coin we haven't studied. It's even bigger, and it's called a $50. It's worth 50 cents. I had to look closely because I don't know, $50. There's so many different quarters now. I'm not sure which one is which, but this is a quarter. It's the same size as that. Okay? Not too hard. This is pretty close to this one again, isn't it? It's pretty close to this one again. 2 quarters and a dime. It's 2 quarters and 2 dimes. So it should be pretty easy. Okay, this is $1. I could write $1. You don't have to. You can count it later. Okay, quarters. First quarter, 25. Second quarter, 50. That's 50 cents. Now we got 2 dimes. Count by tens. What comes after 50? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Circle the amount to complete the sentence. Alicia has this money in her pocket. I forgot to read. Okay. Alicia has a total of $1.70 in her pocket. Ta-da! Pretty easy. Okay. Okay. Boy, they give us really easy ones. This one was 2 quarters and 2 dimes. This one's 2 quarters and 2 nickels. And a penny. Just count and put the number there. Is this going to be $1? No. They didn't have $1 here, so you don't have to worry about the dollar sign. They gave us pretty easy ones. They should have given us harder ones. Here's an ant. Look at the ant coming to get my money. Get away from my money. Get out of here. Get out of here. Unless you want to do some writing. I'll give you some writing to do. Where are you going? You're going to fall off the table. Ants don't fall, do they? It just went down the book and it's like looking around still. It went underneath now. It can even walk on the ceiling, can it? Okay. Here we go. 25. 50. But this is a nickel, not a dime. Nickels are worth 5, Yoselin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And a penny? Ta-da. 61. Explain how you found the total value. Duh. I counted the money. What do you think I did? I counted. I don't know what they want us to put. I counted by 25s. I counted by 5s, and then I added 1. Duh. Duh. I counted the money. What do you think I did to find the answer? You can see that Mr. Ferrari doesn't get along too well with the people who wrote this book. But that's okay, boys and girls. I would never talk like this to them because that wouldn't be nice. I only talk like this behind their back. Not really. Their backs aren't here. I wouldn't even do that. Okay, here we go. That's it for today. We did 2 pages. Tomorrow, we're going to finish this in our class. We're going to finish chapter 7. And then, guess what? We're going to skip a couple of chapters. We're going to skip 8 and 9. It's all about measuring with rulers. And this is another thing I don't like about these people. They made these gigantic, long chapters about measuring with a ruler, which you can learn in like no time. What are they thinking? Do we have that kind of time? No, we don't. We're way behind. So we are not going to spend much time on 8 and 9. If we have time at the end of the year, we will come back and look at them. We're doing some measuring with rulers anyway in class on our little pages, so we don't have to worry about learning here. And they spend a lot of time measuring with paper clips, using these things for measuring. They drive me crazy. Crazy. I hate doing these exercises. So we're going to skip them this year. Woohoo! And we're going to jump to chapter 10, which is much more fun. It's about data. Or is it about data? I always forget which one is it. Huh? I have to go back and watch Star Trek. What are they? I think they always called them data, didn't they? They didn't call them data. Okay. Anyway, I go on and on. I will see you tomorrow in class. Bye.